Hello, everyone. Hi. Happy Saturday. Hello, Jane. How y'all doing? How's your Saturday going? Very well for me. Hi, Rosaline. Hi, Esther. Hi, Kosi. Let me know where you're joining me from. Where are you joining me from this Saturday morning or evening? Rosaline is in Canada. Kosi is in Nigeria. Jessica is in Nigeria. Okay, Mercy from Nigeria, Jessica from Nigeria, Fumi from the UK. Hello, hi, everyone. Antoinette from Canada. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. Thank you for joining me on this session today. This session is a Q&A session, right? So on this Q&A session, you can ask me any questions. You can ask me any questions, put your questions in the Q&A, and you will be receiving, I'll be responding to you rather. Okay, so you're asking any questions around business analysis. I'm here to answer your questions. This is the last Q&A for the year. So excited. It's been a long year of activities at the Business Analysis School, and we are closing next week. We're closing next week for the Christmas holiday. Okay. So use the Q&A if you have any questions at all. Quick one. Has anybody here attended any of the business analysis master classes? Let me know in the chat if you have. Have you attended any? Okay, so Arlette says, I have never, this is my first. Okay, Arlette, where are you joining us from? Antoinette says, I have. Belize. Ah, nice. Well, welcome. Rosaline said, yes, I did in September. Okay. Jane says, this is my first. Well, happy to have you here. So I have a question for you all. So why business analysis? Why is business analysis, the business analysis career, a goal that you have? Why is it a career that you're interested in? If it's your first time, Jane, Tonti, you're welcome. So why? Why business analysis? Anybody? Hi, Chris from Calgary. Oh, alert, are you being promoted to a business analysis role? Ashley is currently in the accelerator program. Hi, Ashley. How are you doing? I see you knocking out all your assignments. I love that. Tiber says, because I've seen people who got their certification and changed their life. Yeah, getting your certification, getting started in the career, definitely can be life-changing for sure with the opportunities within business analysis. Well, Arlette, congratulations on the promotion. Feel free to ask any questions you have. Use the Q&A to ask me any questions that you have. I believe business analysis gives me the chance to be in the tech field. Well, that's actually what I thought before I attended your masterclass. Okay. Okay, Yemachi says, currently study business analytics in the UK and have 3+ experience as a business support analyst. Okay. If you have questions, put it in the Q&A so that we can capture the questions so that I don't miss it. So Yemachi, if you have a question, put it in the Q&A box. Yeah. Okay, so another question I have for you all is, tell me about your experience, your career journey. What do you do? How many years of experience do you have? What have you done, in the years of your working career? Let me know in the chat what you have done. Okay, so Antoinette is currently an operations analyst, and I believe I can use these skills to transition into business analysis. Okay, absolutely, you definitely can as an operations analyst. You absolutely can. All right. Well, for those of us who are joining us for the first time, oh, that's so nice, Ashley. That's so nice. I hope you're learning a whole lot and you're learning how you can also leverage your experience as a teacher, as a very good teacher, right? All of those skills that you have can definitely be translated to, business analysis. That's interesting that you're also taking on learning the Salesforce technology. With your business analysis knowledge that you're gaining, that could be valuable. Okay, Roslyn is a customer service professional with over 5 years customer and call center experience, people management skills. I would like to leverage these skills in business analysis. Juliet says, I just want to start my career as a BA. I've done some short courses. Hope one day to get a job as a BA. Arlette says, I am in customer service for 10 years, but have a huge understanding of the software in our business. And my leaders believe I can help the company in this role as a business analyst. You absolutely can, Arlette. Absolutely. Because you have experience with the software that the company uses, you can leverage that experience. And of course, with your customer service skills, you understand what customers want, the questions that they ask, the requests that they make, right? So you understand what the customers want. And as the business analyst, you would definitely provide better support to your organization. So 100% agree that you would make a great business analyst. So this is right for you. So do not be scared. You will really just need to learn business analysis techniques, the tools that are being used, but you already have the software knowledge, so you're good. What I would, tell you is to recommend to your company to put you through a business analysis training, right? Because you're being put into this new role, they're saving a lot of money by moving you to the business analysis role than hiring someone from an external person and spending a lot of money in the hiring process. So they're making a lot of savings by moving you to the BA role, Arlette. But what I really would recommend is that they sponsor you to get some business analysis training. And of course, the business analysis school trainings are available. We have the accelerator program, the thought leadership program that would teach you the tools and the techniques, prepare you to get certified too as well, since you have 10 years of experience, and you'll be good. So that's definitely something to consider, letting your manager or director know that you would like to get some core business analysis training, and also get certified. Okay, so Kosi works as a financial supervisor in the life assurance space. Okay. Awesome. Fumi, you're ready to resume. What are you ready to resume? So your academic background is in agri, Fumi, but that's not a problem. What is your experience? Your background never matters. That doesn't matter at all. Welcome, Amolala. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So Chris says, I've worked as a process engineer in Nigeria and in Belgium before moving to Canada. But now it's difficult getting a job in this field. The licensing process is a long process. I think it's an opportunity to find a new career in business analysis, at least in engineering. Oh, absolutely. We have lots of engineers who move to US, UK, Canada, especially because of the long process of getting their APEGA certification and things like that. They just use their experience to move into business analysis. I think was it on Wednesday, I shared one of our students. Yeah, I think it was Wednesday or Thursday. I shared one of our students who was a process engineer from Nigeria, and she found it hard to get a job here and she had to start driving a truck, right? But upon joining the business analysis program, she's now a process analyst at the same company, the same organization where she was driving the truck in the transportation department, right? So you can definitely leverage that experience in engineering. So Roslyn says, I've been an NPS coordinator and I was responsible for getting feedback from customers through surveys to provide solutions, which gave me a chance to discuss with stakeholders and other departments in the organization. I want to know how these experiences can help me build a career in business analysis. If you have questions, put your questions in the Q&A. Put your questions in the Q&A. Adeton has experience in customer relationship and sales. If you're just joining us, welcome. Introduce yourself in the chat, right? Tell us where your name, where you're located. Tell us about your experience. How many years of experience do you have? What industry? What have you done? What has been your job title? Let us know that. And then also, if you have questions, use the Q&A. Use the Q&A box. So today is Q&A, and I'm going to be answering a lot of your questions, right? Answering a lot of your questions. Jessica is a business developer. Nice. Hi, Glynis. Welcome. It is good to see you here. It is good to see you. All right. So let me introduce myself for sure. My name is Eno Eka. I am the founder of the Business Analysis School. And my career started as an accountant. I worked as an accountant. And then after working as an accountant for a number of years, I was looking for more in my career. So out of that curiosity of finding more, I found the business analysis career. Just like you, curious and wanted something better in my life, I was able to leverage my experience in accounting to work as a business analyst. And, started that career in Nigeria. And then when I moved to Canada as well, opened up so many opportunities for me as it was in such high demand here compared to back home in Nigeria, where it was so new, nobody really knew anything about business analysis. It was literally only like the big companies that had business analysis teams, so like banks and oil and gas and consulting companies. But coming to Canada, every industry had business analysis teams. There was such a high demand. And I realized that, wow, this is such a lucrative career because, 6 months after getting into Canada, I was able to land a 6-figure job as a business analyst. Never in my wildest dreams would I have, seen that come for me or happen for me. And as an immigrant in Canada, I met a lot of other immigrants, in my journey, and a lot of them were struggling, to find a job that matches their experience back home. And a lot of those immigrants as well found themselves doing menial jobs, what we call them, the survival jobs, just to survive. And I started, helping and supporting a lot of those people in their journeys to help them see how they can leverage their experiences as well to work in business analysis. And that's really how we started, with supporting all of these people, classes like this, Q&A sessions, webinars, and all of that. So that's how I've been supporting a lot of these people. And then after a while, I started my own consulting company, Any Consulting. I decided to start my own consulting company because I realized that, the value that I was bringing to the table and what I could do, I wasn't even being paid half of that. And that's the truth. And while you can work a 6-figure job and be paid really well, trust me, if you're being paid 100K, your worth is way more than that at first. So I found, other opportunities outside of my 9-to-5, working as a consultant, owning my own business. So I went ahead with that, and also founded a business analysis school to help other professionals leverage their own experience as business analysts. Welcome to everyone who's just joining us. If you have questions, please use the Q&A, put them in there. Hello, Amede, welcome. Amede from Nigeria, over 28 years of experience, ex-banker, now a project manager and agro-processor. Welcome. Told is a business administrator in a construction company. So to get started, I want to ask you all some questions. So I'm going to share my screen, and I want to ask you some questions. So, of course, answer those questions in the chat and respond to me if this is you. You have any kind of work experience. Are you passionate about solving problems? Are you interested in how technology can help make life better? Do you love to make changes to the norm and make everything around you better? Have you been involved in any of these? Increasing profits, cost savings, employee retention, business process improvement, improving productivity, improving solution performance? Let me know in the chat if you've been involved in any of these. Based off of the role that you're in, have you been involved in any activity that requires increasing profits, cost savings, employee retention, business process improvement, improving productivity, improving solution performance, customer retention, customer satisfaction, employee attrition, creating a new product or service, addressing a competitive disadvantage, or creating a new competitive advantage, increasing employee satisfaction, compliance with regulatory policies, improving safety, reducing time to deliver a product or service, implementing a new system or technology, market research and user analysis. If you've been involved in any of that, then you have done business analysis. So the truth is, everyone is a business analyst. Everyone is a business analyst if you've done any of those things, because that's what business analysts do. That's what we do. So let me see what you're saying in the chat. Amelie says yes, yes, yes. Juliet says yes. Arlette says yes to all. That's why you're moving into the BA role. Of course. Yes, yes, yes. Foma says, I love solving problems. Yes, I have been involved in many of them. Tommy says, yes, yes, yes. Around the business. Yes, yes to all. I love that. So if you said yes, you are already within the business analysis field. You are already practicing business analysis somehow. And it comes from understanding what is business analysis, what is really required from a business analyst. How can we grow a successful business analysis career? So what is business analysis? It is the practice of enabling change in an organizational context by defining needs and recommending solutions that deliver value to stakeholders. So the set of tasks and techniques that are used to perform business analysis are defined in the business analysis body of knowledge. The business analysis body of knowledge, which is the Barbock Guide, is a guide for business analysts to practice their work as business analysts. Is a guide that sets out the tasks and techniques that could be used. It is produced by the IIBA, the International Institute of Business Analysis. So the interesting thing about business analysis is that it is a practice, right? So You don't need to go to school to have a degree to be a business analyst. You don't need to, get a certain, you don't need to have a certain, degree or anything like that that would say, oh, this is what has now qualified you, right? You're practicing it. So even without having the certification, you're already practicing it. Without having the title, you're already practicing it, right? Because something you're doing day after day after day. As long as you're enabling change within the organization, you're defining the needs, you're recommending solutions that are delivering value to stakeholders. That is business analysis. So who is a business analyst? A business analyst is any person who performs business analysis tasks described in the Babok Guide, no matter their job title or organizational role. So any person at all, male or female, or anyhow you identify, right? Any job title, whether it's customer service, whether it's manager, whether it's business relationship manager, whether it's sales rep, whether it's operations analyst, whatever title you have, whether it's entrepreneur, whether it's CEO, whether it's consultant, no matter the title you have, any person who performs these tasks, right, that are described in the business analysis body of knowledge, no matter their job title or organizational role. So if you said yes to any of those activities that we listed before, then you're a business analyst. So what are the tasks that business analysts carry out? Understanding enterprise problems and goals, analyzing needs and solutions, devising strategies, driving change, facilitating stakeholder collaboration. This is what business analysts do. Understand the problems and goals of the organization, analyze the needs and the solutions, devise strategies, drive change, facilitate stakeholder collaboration. That is what business analysts do. And there are 3 levels business analysts work across: strategic, tactical, operational. From a lot of the responses I've been seeing, I'm sure, I'm certain that a lot of people work in the operational level. Like someone said she was an operational analyst. Arlette has been in customer service, for 10 years, and a couple of other people. So on the strategic level, you're working with senior management, you're working with the management of the company, the leadership, and you're working with them to achieve strategic goals, long-term goals, 5, 10-year goals, things like mergers, acquisitions, moving into new countries, things like that. You're working on those kind of strategic goals. That's those kind of goals that affect the whole organization, right? So that's the strategic level. The tactical level is working with the different tactical teams, right? So maybe as you're working with like HR, for example, you're supporting the HR department, you're supporting the sales department, supporting their finance department, you're supporting the supply chain and logistics department. So you're working tactically with those different business units. And the operational level is where you're working with the people who carry out day-to-day activities, right? Day-to-day activities, the retail, the customer service, the call center, the operators, the front desk, the tellers, the people who are doing day-to-day things, the cashiers, those people who do operational things. So you're supporting their operating procedures, their processes. You're supporting them in that way. So as business analysts, we can work across either of these levels or multiple levels at the same time. So identifying the levels you've worked at as well helps you to translate your experience to the right business analysis role that is a good match for your own experience. So let me know in the chat, which of these levels have you worked in based off of your career journey and your experience? How many of these levels have you worked in and which of them? Let me know in the chat which of these levels you have worked in your own career. So I'll be checking the chat for your responses. Operational, yes, Alert, operational. Juliet says operational. Put your questions in the Q&A. Don't put your questions in the chat. All right, anybody else? What levels have you worked in? Operational. Okay, Amedi says strategic, tactical, and operational. Operational excellence, okay. All 3, operational. So understanding the level you've worked at is so helpful for you, right? So that you can so that you can have a good understanding of, which of these levels have you worked in and how can you translate that to the right role within business analysis. Now, there are over 800 titles that for business analysis jobs. And that is why when you're looking for business analysis job, you're not just targeting titles, you're looking at what does the role do, right? What are the requirements for the role? What kind of skills and responsibilities are required in this role? Do I already have similar or exact? So I'll give you some examples of titles for business analysis jobs. The business analyst is the general title. However, there's so many others: product analyst, product manager, data analyst, business intelligence analyst, financial analyst, solution analyst, requirements analyst and engineer, customer experience analyst, user research analyst, product owner. These are examples of different titles. So I know someone said, someone here said that he was or she was into operational excellence, customer experience. You can leverage that experience, moving to, a business analysis role that matches the customer experience or operations, levels. Someone said something here about, building their own product. So you can be a product analyst, a product manager. So understanding this is so helpful for you because it helps you to know, which of these roles would be a good fit for you. There are also other types of roles that have to do with the function. So technology, Salesforce, for example, SAP, Oracle, ServiceNow, there's so many technologies that are being used by organizations, right? There is Atlassian, there's so many technologies that companies use, right? There are industry ones that are used basically for like technology things. There are some that are specific to the different industries: oil and gas, healthcare, banking, right? Every industry has specific technologies that have been created for those industries. Manufacturing, right? For like the warehousing and supply chain and all of that. So there are specific technologies that you might have worked with for so many years and you know how it works in and out. You can leverage that technology experience. And I believe that's what you're also going to be leveraging in your neuro alerts is that technology knowledge, right? You're going to leverage that a lot. So think about experience that you have in regards to technology. Domain and industry, same thing, with alerts, because you have experience within that industry of over 10 years, it makes sense for you to move into a business analyst role within that industry. So banking, for example, healthcare, manufacturing, oil and gas, you have an understanding of that industry. You know the norms, you know how it works, you know the trends, you know the ins and outs, you know how that industry works. So you can take that industry knowledge and work as a business analyst, even if what you were doing was far off from having that title of business analyst. We had a student in our program who had worked with Total Energies and Schlumberger for, a long time, as a process engineer. She also did some business development as well. And when she joined the business analysis school, she was looking to leverage that experience to move into business analysis. And within like 22 days, she landed a job in the same oil and gas and energy industry. She got a job with TC Energy, right? However, the job was a cybersecurity business analyst. She's never done anything with cybersecurity. But here's what the manager said. He said, you have lots of experience within our field, which is the energies field. And we want that, and with that, industry knowledge, we're going to put you through, lots of cybersecurity training. So you have nothing to worry about. And we don't need you to be like a cybersecurity specialist. What we need is someone who's going to work with the cybersecurity team in putting together the requirements, in talking to the customers, creating the surveys, doing the interviews, getting feedback to pass on to the technical team so that they can build up their cybersecurity and work on the projects they were working on. So the industry knowledge is really important, right? I've also leveraged my industry experience, because I have finance and banking experience, and I was able to use that same experience to work with financial technology companies because I understood the technologies that banks used I understood the core banking systems, all of them about the Finacle that I used back in Nigeria and the softwares that are being used here. Every bank here has their own softwares, but really the banking system is the same because the products are the same, right? We just have different names for our products, but the typical things that a bank will offer, they're all the same kinds of, under the same family, right? Frameworks, agile, right? Agile business analyst, lean process analyst. So if you understand the agile framework, the lean framework, you can leverage those framework knowledges to work with these kinds of teams that use the frameworks. And there's so many other frameworks as well out there. Perspectives, right? So data, for example, you understand data, you know how to work with data, source data, clean data, visualize the data, all of that using data analysis tools. You can work as a data analyst, business process analyst as well. If you have experience with improving business processes, automating business processes, identifying repetitive steps within a process and seeing how you can cut it out or automate it, eliminate it. So you're a good business process analyst, you can leverage that experience. All right. So when you think about, starting your career in business analysis, you want to start from using what you have. That's why people say, oh, I'm starting from scratch, I'm going to be entry level. No, that's not the truth. You're starting from where you are. Outlet is starting from 10 years of experience, right? You all are starting from the years of experience that you have within that industry, with that technology, knowledge of that framework, any perspective, you're starting from there, where you have to know how to tie it and how to map it together. So business analysis as a career has evolved so much that, it's now almost, well, how would I put it? It's now getting to the point where we're seeing more business analysts who are becoming more specialized, than people who are, generalists. So in the past, we would have, people who just have the title of business analysts, right? And what they do as just business analysts is that they're in between the technology and the business. So they support both sides. I mean, as business analysts, we still do that, but now we have more business analysts who are more focused, business focused or technology focused. So here we have the business analyst who is in the middle of technology and business. So, and that's the business analyst professional who can become a business analysis leader or enterprise architect. And that person really is just in the middle between technology and business, can work on both sides, supports both sides. However, you can also channel your career to be business focused if you don't have technology experience or don't know how to use any special technology or have any special tech skills. You can leverage your own experience within working in an organization, your business knowledge, to work as a business analyst. So for example, business process management, right? Within business process management, you can be a business process analyst, business process architect. Within product management, you can be a project manager, product manager, digital business analyst, portfolio manager. Within Agile, you can be a business technology, scrum master, release train engineer, product owner. All of this knowledge, stemming out of business analysis using your business knowledge. Customer experience, you can be a CRM business analyst, quality assurance analyst, relationship manager. Design thinking, you can be a business strategist or a business architect. So these are business focused roles that you can have as a business analyst, right? And then the technology focus. In the technology focus, we have business data analytics. That's where you're using core data skills that you need to have, require some level of tech skills. Things like data modeler, data governance, data analyst, data scientist are roles within the data analytics field. Business intelligence as well, as a business intelligence analyst and information governance analyst as well. This requires some knowledge of intelligence tools. All the skills here require tech skills, right? So you need to have some level of tech skills, whether it's from beginner level to expert level. Machine learning and artificial intelligence analysis, you can be a business analyst as well, or machine learning scientist. Cloud SaaS application management too as well. You can be a product manager, cloud manager, cloud architect, SaaS architect here, or cybersecurity analysis. You can be a cybersecurity consultant, cybersecurity analyst, network security analyst, information security analyst. These roles here require some level of technical skills and experience. Here we're focused on the business, and here we're just driving those business goals. Yes, a lot of the work that we might do here might require implementing some technology, but our focus is the business. We're not writing any code. We're not doing anything like that. We're just focused on supporting the technology team and achieving the business goals. So that's another way that you can choose to focus your career as a business analyst. Also, when we look at the 3 levels that we talked about, the strategic, tactical, and operational, you can also leverage your knowledge and experience within those levels as a business analyst. For example, within the strategic level, you can be a corporate strategy analyst, business architect, strategy analyst, merger and acquisitions analyst, strategic customer analyst, solutions architect, enterprise architect. In the tactical level, you can be a HR analyst, healthcare analyst, financial analyst, auditor, machine learning analyst, business analysis lead, technical or functional analyst, right? In the operational level, you can be a systems analyst, procurement and logistics manager, business process architect, operations analyst. Someone said they were an operations analyst in the chat, business process analyst as well. All of these that you can see how I can take my experience within a certain level and move it into the business analysis field. Also, like we shared earlier, you can still leverage your experience within some certain perspectives, like data analytics, for example, being a data analyst, business intelligence analyst, data governance analyst, even rising to become a chief data officer, chief technology officer, cybersecurity as well, cybersecurity analyst, information security analyst, operations security analyst, all of that, data privacy analyst, so many opportunities here. Agile as well, Scrum Master, release train, engineer, Agile project manager, user experience analyst, Agile business analyst, Agile team leader, delivery manager, delivery lead, Agile coach, product ownership as well. You have product analyst, product manager, product owner, head of product, chief product owner, portfolio manager, so many opportunities within the product ownership space. Okay. Within the business analysis school, in our accelerator programs, we covered business data analytics, agile, product ownership, and process management, right? We don't cover cybersecurity because that's a whole program on its own. It's very intensive. So we don't cover cybersecurity, but data analytics, things like Excel, SQL, Tableau, to understand how to get data on Excel, clean it up on an Excel sheet, use SQL to find data and download it, convert it to an Excel, and from there, move it into your Tableau dashboard to create a dashboard, right? To visualize the data. So those are some basic skills that you should have, as a business analyst, but we don't teach how to code and how to use all of that code. No, we don't do that, because we know that there's so many opportunities for people who are non-technical. And I come from a non-technical background, right? So I can't teach you what I don't know or experience that I don't have, right? So that's what we do within the business school is, showing you how you can leverage your own experience and skills as a business analyst. Now, quickly, I want us to also look at, let me know in the chat though, let me know in the chat, which of these, which of these areas or jobs, that we've looked at so far, which of them tie closely to your experience? Which of them would you be a good fit for based on your own experience? Let me know in the chat, please. Let me know in the chat. Business process management, okay. CRM analyst or QA analyst, okay. BPA, okay, business process analyst, business analysis lead, business process analyst, product management. Lovely, I love that. Business analyst, business process management. Nice. business process management. A lot of people seem to be very process driven here. Product management, project management. Lovely. I love that. All right. So within business analysis, there's so many opportunities, and that's the fantastic thing about business analysis. There's so many opportunities, so many opportunities. Now, quickly, with regards to the business analysis body of knowledge, right? We talked about how the business analysis body of knowledge, the Babel Guide, is really just a book that groups all of the tasks that business analysts do. So what the business analysis body of knowledge does is it groups all the tasks into 6 knowledge areas. So those 6 knowledge areas will guide the work that you're doing as a business analyst. So the 6 knowledge areas are business analysis, planning and monitoring, elicitation and collaboration, requirement lifecycle management, strategy analysis, requirement analysis and design definition, solution evaluation. So within these 6 knowledge areas, there are multiple tasks that you need to carry out within your role as a business analyst. And the body of knowledge basically gives you that guide that you need. It also has what we call the underlying competencies, which are the knowledge, the skills, and the behaviors, characteristics, the personal qualities that will help you perform the role of the business analyst. Skills like analytical thinking and problem solving, your behavioral characteristics, your business knowledge, your communication skills, your interaction skills, the tools and technology that you use. And then it also highlights 50 techniques inside of the BABOK. There are more than 50 techniques that we can use as BAs. However, the BABOK groups them into the most used, which are the top 50 techniques. Now, the good thing about having this knowledge is that you don't need to use all 50. I've never used all of this 50. There's some I've never used, but at least at every point in time, based off of the situation or the scenario, I know what technique I can use at every point in time to solve a problem. So it's like your toolkit and knowing what to do. And that is what differentiates the average person from, the business analyst who knows what he or she is doing, who understands the tools, the techniques, how it works. The tools are the things we use to undertake our tasks. And there are some tools that are very basic to the ones that are really, really complex. Depending on your level of knowledge and experience, there are certain tools that are expected that you know how to use. For example, business analysis tools, typically we'll use our pen and a paper. We have our pen in our meeting, we have a notepad, we're taking notes, right? As we're asking questions, as people are speaking, as we're getting new ideas, we're brainstorming, we're putting down those notes or putting on the sticky notes, right? We're doing something, we're documenting it, right? We can have a whiteboard where in that meeting room with our team members, I have a marker and a whiteboard, and we're putting things down, or we're drawing out things of what they should look like, right? So these are basic tools that every business analyst use, even you use them at work. So we want to first put things down somewhere before we start to develop anything. The biggest ideas, the best technologies that you see today started from a pen and a paper, where somebody scribbled something, drew out what it should probably look like, wrote down some things, and then from there it's been developed into the biggest and the best technologies or the best solutions. So these are the most basic things I would use. We have our projector as well to project our presentations, or our demos or anything that we're showing our stakeholders. And then we use the Microsoft Office a lot as business analysts. So Microsoft Word to document, create documents, Excel to put together our requirements and track them, to also manage data as well, PowerPoint as well to do some diagramming. We can do diagramming on Word, we can do diagramming on PowerPoint, can create slides and all of that. Teams, Zoom, Slack for collaboration and team meetings and workshops and all of that. We use Teams, Zoom, Slack for the communication. Visio, Lucidchart, Draw.io, right? These are tools that we can use that are more advanced for taking that diagram or that that visual representation that we had put together on a paper, on a board, putting it together using a tool to sort of draw it out, show what the process would look like, or show what the what the proposed solution would look like. If it's not maybe a web page or an app or something, we can just create like a demo of what it would look like. right? We have Jira, Confluence, and Asana. These are tools we use for agile project management to get all the team on board, to track the work that is being done, and collaborate amongst ourselves within the team. So these are examples of tools that BAs use, and some even more advanced, right? And with each of these tools, it really depends on your role you're in. If you're in a data-driven role, you would use Excel, you would use SQL, you would use Power BI or Tableau, as the case may be, right? So it really just depends on the role you're in, and it also depends on your level of knowledge and skills as a business analyst. And then there are perspectives. These are just the themes where business analysis is performed, right? Business analysis can be performed generally over the whole organization, but it can also be grouped into themes. But it's not limited to these, but these are the ones that are outlined inside the business analysis body of knowledge. Agile, you can focus your business analysis on Agile. Business analysis can function really well within Agile, within business intelligence, information technology, business architecture, business process management, which I saw a lot of you are leaning into process management. And then there's the core of business analysis, the work that we do starts from what we call the BACCM. If you've attended any of our master classes, you would have understood the BACCM, or at least gotten an expose into using it to practice business analysis using your own experience. So it's basically a conceptual framework that we use as business analysts to understand the concepts. We want to also define some concepts before we start our work. It starts as a foundation of our analysis work. And as BAs, it's something that we all do. So at any point in time, if I'm working with a team of BAs, once I ask, have you done the core concept model? Do you have all the concepts outlined? The BA says yes. I know that I have something that is useful that I can use to start my work or evaluate my work. So it helps us to indicate if analysis work is complete or not, because it helps us to ask the basic question. As business analysts, we get paid to ask lots of questions. So even in your new role, for someone like you, alerts, getting started in a new role, don't be scared to ask questions. That is your role. You're there to question things, to ask, why are we doing this? Who is this intended for? What is the goal here? Do we need to do it right now? You ask those questions. That is what makes you stand out as a business analyst. So this is a core concept model. It's basically 6 concepts in here that are in here. And we'll start with highlighting the first one, which is the need. So the need is a problem or opportunity to be addressed, right? Problem or opportunity to be addressed. We have to identify what that need is, right? Projects and programs and products come about from a need, right? We need something, that's why. For example, the mobile phone came about as a need. Before it was just the desk phones, the landlines, and when you're away, you can't take calls. The mobile phone came about. Computers used to be so big. Now they're so slim as iPads, right? As MacBooks and things like that. So needs, based off of a need, changes will keep coming about. So we have to identify what that need is. A need could be a problem. Customers are complaining about the wait times. Customers are complaining about system downtime, right? That is a problem. How can we fix it? Business analysis team to the rescue, project management team to the rescue. Opportunity, maybe we want to launch a new product. Maybe we want to enter a new country, we want to enter Latin America, we want to enter Africa with our products and services. So that's a new opportunity based on demand, right? So we have identified the need first. Every project has a need. Every initiative has a need. And then what will be that change that we're going to implement? What's the change that's going to take place within our organization to implement this project? What are the changes that are going to take place? It could be one, it could be multiple. A lot of time, multiple changes are going to take place, right? So we have to identify what the changes are. What is going to be the solution to that problem? If customers are complaining of the wait time, customers are complaining of our downtime, what's going to be the solution? Customers are complaining about that, and customers are maybe requesting for a way to maybe shop online instead of coming into the store. Customers are complaining about the downtime. So do we need to upgrade our system because maybe the system capacity is too small for the volume that we get? So what is the solution? This is basically the way of solving or satisfying that need. One way or multiple ways of satisfying that need, right? To resolve the problems, to take advantage of opportunities, that is the solution. And then we have the fourth concept, which is stakeholder. Who are the stakeholders? Who are the people that have a relationship with the change, with the need and the solution, that are going to be impacted by this change? Who are the people that have a relationship with the need, right? Who are the people that have a relationship with the solution that are going to be impacted by it? So we have to identify our stakeholders and probably even group them, that we know who are the people we're working with. And then what is value, right? Value is the worth of the solution to the stakeholder within that context. Value is different from to everybody, from the customer to the engineer, right? To your regulator, to your sponsor or your team lead. Value is different to everybody. So understanding what is value to all your stakeholders is so important. And value can be tangible or intangible. Value is different from each stakeholder's point of view. So you need to know what is of value to you, Mr. A and Mr. B, and ensuring that at the end, everybody says, yes, I got value. Remember, as business analysts, what we want to ensure is that no matter what we're doing, we're delivering value to our stakeholders. And then the sixth point is the context, right? This is the environment where the change is taking place, or what is influencing that change. What is causing that change to happen? Is it because of a regulatory policy, a government policy, the weather, the season, competition, change within our management, organizational structure, a reorg? Is it because of inflation? Is it because of a pandemic, recession? So many things cause us to make a change within our organization. So we have to identify what is the context. Why are we carrying out this change? So these are the 6 concepts that you need to know as a business analyst. This is the foundation of how you can solve problems as a business analyst. So there are 6 questions that you would typically ask when using the core concept model. What are the kind of changes we're doing? What are the needs we're trying to satisfy? What are the solutions we are creating or changing? Who are the stakeholders involved? What do stakeholders consider to be of value? What are the contexts and the solution that we are in? So it's important to understand the core concept model when looking to get started within your business analysis career. And then also, as business analysts, we work with requirements. So you probably hear requirements. What are requirements? It is a usable representation of a need. For example, customers want to shop online instead of in store. So that is a requirement from our customers. The sales team wants to see their sales numbers daily. That is a requirement from our customers, okay? That's a requirement from our customers. So requirements a lot of times come from the stakeholders that we work with. It can come from the solution. It can come from anywhere. It can come from the business. Understanding that this is a need is how we can see how we can turn those requirements into a solution. But first of all, when we get a requirement, we have to create what we call a design. So we have a need, then we have to create a representation of that solution, since that is what a requirement is, the representation of a need. So what do? Customers want to shop online instead of in store. Well, we can create a sample website for our customers, right? So we have our idea is, to create a website. So we create a sample website and we start from there to start to build out our solution. From creating that sample, people start giving ideas. No, let's do this. Let's have a drop-down menu here. Oh, no, let's include these features here. Let's do this. Let's do that. From there, we have a solution that we are able to build and deliver to our customers. The sales team wants to see their daily sales in real time. We can create a sample sales dashboard, and from there, we start to improve on it and build out the final solution, which would be a sales dashboard for our team members. Okay. What are types of requirements? Business requirements comes from the business. The business says, oh, we want to open a branch in South Africa. We want to open, what's going to happen? How do we achieve that? That is where a project can come from. Stakeholder and user requirements. The customer say they want to be able to shop online. That came from our stakeholders and our users. So we're going to create a website for them. Solution requirements. Maybe we currently have a website, but people are saying, would prefer to have a mobile app. It would be easy for us to just make, payments there, get notifications and all of that, instead of going to the web all the time. Okay, maybe let's create a mobile app in addition to our website. And then we have transition requirements. So these are requirements that come about from moving from one system to another. So say we're helping our sales team to start to use a sales dashboard. We'll basically train them on how to use the dashboard. We'll show them how it's done. We'll create some training guidelines for them to help them move to that new solution and basically doing everything that we need to do on the back end to ensure it's successful. So requirements come from everywhere. So understanding the types of requirements you're working with will also help you to ensure that you're delivering value to the right stakeholders. So these are some core things that you should know as a business analyst. And I'm sharing this for especially for the people who are new to business analysis, who joined this, this class today, right? And who joined this webinar today. So you can have that, foundational knowledge, that full background of business analysis and why we do it and how it comes about and what are the core things that we do as business analysts. Okay. All right. So I'll check out some questions now that you guys had asked. So like I said earlier, please put your questions in the Q&A box. So that's where I'll be answering questions from. I will not answer questions from the chat. Okay. So Ademola says, how long will it take to go through the course? Which course are you referring to? Which course are you referring to? Can you ask that question again? Fumilola says, I saw your ad in September on Facebook. I registered immediately, then I chickened out. I was afraid because my academic background is Greek. I'm ready to resume. So for me, for sure, you can definitely resume. If you wanted to get started with us in Business Analysis School, we're happy to support you through that. We'll put some links in the chat where you can get access to see the courses we have. We currently have a Christmas sale where we have our courses are 30 to 40% off right now. We definitely encourage you to take advantage of that. It's been extended and it ends on Wednesday, I believe. So don't miss that opportunity to join the Business Analysis School now if you are truly, truly interested. It ends on Tuesday, actually, December 20th. So if you have another question, you can put it in the chat in the Q&A box for me. Oyemachi says, how can I write professional exams, CBAP, IB, as well as Lean Six Sigma? So you can write that with the Business Analysis School because we do have that included in our accelerator program. We have that in our accelerator program. Okay. We have that in our accelerator program, and I'll go through those programs in a bit so that you can know what programs that we have available. Tony says, on a scale of 1 to 10, what are my chances of securing a remote job here in Nigeria? I can't tell you what your chances are. I don't know that because it depends on your skills and experience. And a lot of times it's best if you do land a job in Nigeria first and work as a business analyst before you start looking at opportunities outside. But then again, if you already have the experience, then your chances will be higher. So that depends on your experience and what kind of roles you're looking for. Tosin says, is BA worth for me? I'm a recent graduate, graduated 1 year ago. I worked 3 office jobs, but the duration was short. I studied political science. Do I have enough experience for BA to be worth it for me at this stage? You can definitely start as a junior business analyst, right? Operations strategy, whatever role that relates to business analysis. So you can start there for sure. KCA, can I get a BA role without Scrum and other specific certifications? Yes, you can. How best can I apply for virtual BA roles? Well, you want to go on job boards and search for jobs that are globally remote. That's how you can do it. I need a template to update my resume to BA. We have a resume template on our website. So you can go to our website and download the resume template. How do I get a job as a BA if all I have is 3 years experience, customer service experience? Do I have to put BA as a job title on the resume? I've taken some trainings, or put taking more. Well, Esther, if you have customer service experience, like we shared earlier, there is a career path within customer service and customer experience. So you can look at for roles that tie directly to your business analysis skills and experience, right? And target those roles. Okay. How can I learn techniques? Yemachi says, how can I learn techniques and get certifications? All right, we'll get to that in a bit because I'll be talking about some programs that we have. Okay, Johnson's asking about landing a job abroad. I think I just answered that. How do I pass a business analysis interview? So the business analysis interview is basically asking about your experience. So you need to be able to outline your experience that you have and map it to the business analysis role, right? And that comes from understanding the kind of roles that will be a good fit. You apply for those roles. And of course, when you're answering interview questions, you want to answer those interviews questions based on your experience. That's how you pass the business analysis interview. But of course, you also need to understand business analysis tools and techniques because you need to actually be speaking towards them. So not just being very basic, but understanding what are requirements, what tools are being used as a business analyst, how do you solve problems as a business analyst, how do you use the core concept model, all of that, is what the hiring manager wants to hear from you. Toti says, no knowledge or experience in BA, where would you advise I start from? So we'll start from your own experience. What experience do you have? From all I shared earlier, where would you start from, right? Success says, is business analysis really a great career in Ireland? It appears so much in Canada, US, and UK. Let's talk about business analysis in Ireland. I don't think that's true. Business analysis is everywhere. Every company in every country has some level of business analysis that's been done. They might not have a big team. They might have 1 or 2 or 3 business analysts, but there's definitely no country in the world that doesn't have business analysts. We have students in our program that are in Singapore, Malaysia, UAE, right? We have, I think we have a student in Ireland too as well, right? So I don't think there's no business analysis in Ireland. I think you should do more research. And look out for people on LinkedIn who are business analysts in your country and see what they've been doing. Look at their career journey. Look at companies that hire for business analysts, and you'll be able to outline that better. So anybody's asking about landing remote jobs from Nigeria? I answered that question already. Chibusi, okay, non-so. I'm a distributor for Multi-Pro. I will be resuming studies in Canada, May 2023, to study organizational management. Can I have an easy transition into business analysis? Well, I believe I just shared, some ways that you can transition into business analysis with your experience. So even though you have an entrepreneurship background, you've still been doing business analysis. So you can leverage that experience. And you're coming in to study a good business course, so you can leverage that knowledge. However, the course you're studying, I don't believe you would be learning some business analysis tools and techniques. And so because of that, I would still recommend you get some training in addition to getting your diploma. Aditone says, I have 7 years experience in customer relationship and sales. How do I start a career in business analysis? Well, that's all we're talking about right here. Rosie says, I have worked as an MPS coordinator. How can I leverage this skill? Becoming a business analyst. Well, we're talking about that as well, outlining the skills and experience that are required. And shortly after this, I will be also sharing some steps that you can take. So Ernest says, how do we prove that we have the BA skills that they're looking for on our CV and LinkedIn profile? I'm working as an accountant for 5 years. I also worked as an accountant before I moved into the business analysis career. However, I always share this with you, and I'll share it right now, that you outline the projects you've been involved in, the initiatives you've been involved in that have delivered value to the company. That's what you need to do. So you're not going to talk about debit and credit as an accountant. You're going to actually talk about what did you do? So was it something that had to do with maybe implementing a new system in accounting, improving the processes, reducing the turnaround time for reports, for reporting, for payroll, all of that. The initiatives that you carried out that brought value to the business. Those are the things you want to talk about. How do we use business analysis skills in agribusiness? The same way you use it in any business. The same way you use it in any business, really. We talked about the core concept model right now. So it's the same thing, every industry. How do I leverage administrative work as a business analyst? Well, we just talked about that. Okay. What if you have multiple industry experiences? That's fantastic. I have experience in hospitality, construction, oil and gas, banking, and technology. So multiple industry experiences is great because that shows you have worked in different industries and excelled, and you can use that to move into similar industries or even in new industries. So that is not a problem at all. How do I get to the BA industry in Canada? Is there a requirement to get into the system? I don't understand that question. Would you recommend contract BA or permanent roles? Anyone, really. If you're trying to get into the industry, anyone you get, I would recommend you take it. Olatunde, if you want to get a masterclass certificate, it was emailed to you. So set your email for business analysis school. There's a link where you have to input your information to get the certificate, or you can send business analysis school an email. What are basic software tools that are required to function as a technical engineering business analyst? So technical engineering business analyst, is that a role you're currently in or a role you're currently looking to get into? Because that requires high-level technical skills. And there's just so many, right? So if it's a technical engineering business analyst role, then you're not looking at basic software tools. You're looking at having to actually write code, right? You're going to have to actually learn how to know how to write code and know how to use, advanced tools. So all of those tools we talked about, your level would really be advanced, whether it's Visio, whether it's Lucy Charts, whether it's Draw.io, whether it is Balsamic, your level of skills would be really higher. And then, of course, you would need some level of coding there. Can you please go through what change management is and how to address this in an interview? So there are two types of change management. There's the change management whereby maybe you're working on a project and there are changes to your requirements, right? So you have to make changes to the, accept that change, make the changes to your requirements, and then you go back to your project plan or your business analysis plan and make those changes. So that's one type of change management. Another type of change management is where you're currently on a project is ongoing. However, that project is going to bring about a change in the organization. Maybe we're moving from one solution to another, right? So that's going to change the way that we do things. So we have to manage the people. So that is the people side of the project, whereby we're going to help our staff to make that change. So we're supporting our people through training, through helping them to adopt that change, help them reinforce that change. How would you address this in an interview would depend on how the interview question is put to me. So it depends on the kind of interview question that I receive. Okay, for business analysis courses, Ademola will go to that in a bit. Yeah, Alert for sure. So Alert for you, I would definitely recommend that you are looking at any of our coaching programs. The Accelerator program is recommended, or the Thought Leadership program. You do have over 10 years of experience. So I'll recommend the Thought Leadership Accelerator program for you. Fumi, you'd have to send an email to support@businessanalysis.com because I don't know what program you're referring to that you enrolled into. So I'll pause asking questions for now, and then we'll go back to the questions. I'll pause answering questions for now because I want us to also take a look at more ways that you can leverage your experience in business analysis. More ways you can leverage your experience in business analysis. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about my own experience as an accountant, and also talking about the business analysis career in general, when we look at what business analysts typically earn around the world and what industries favor business analysts. Now, as a business analyst, there are multiple industries you can work in. You don't have to work in the same industry. I mean, if you can't do that, that's great because you're leveraging your industry experience. But the truth is, as a business analyst, you can work in any industry. Every industry wants to make money. They want to save money. They want to support their employees. They want to get more customers. They want to get into new regions. They want to launch new products. So many things happening within industries, but they all have the same goals. They just have different ways of doing it. So even if you've worked in banking, doesn't mean you can't work in oil and gas. Because you've worked in retail, doesn't mean you can't work in healthcare, right? So how much do business analysts typically earn for the work that they do? So the average in the whole Americas continent is $96,000. In Europe is $69,000 average. Africa and Middle East, $65,000. Asia and Pacific, around $88,000. That is in USD. Top industries that employ business analysis professionals: IT, banking and finance and insurance, consulting, professional services, government, healthcare, and pharmaceutical industries. Employ the top industries that employ business analysis professionals globally. The 5 best industries for higher salaries for business analysts: consulting and professional services at $97,000, manufacturing at $97,000, healthcare and pharmaceutical $94,000, energy and utilities $92,000, banking, finance, insurance at $86,000. Right, and some of the reasons why professionals are changing their employers or moving into business analysis roles: higher salary, more interesting work, better workplace culture, promotion, and better work-life balance. A lot of business analysis roles are, typically remote these days, or even if they're not, they're hybrid, right? And there's a better work-life balance for business analysis roles, as we can see, compared to other jobs. So in the United States, the average salary of a business analyst is around $108,000, and for the certified business analyst is around $121,000. 3 best industries for higher salaries: consulting, professional services, $135,000, communications and telecoms, $113,000, and healthcare and pharmaceutical services around $110,000. These are the industries that pay the highest salaries for business analysts in the US. In Canada, the average salary is 96,000 Canadian dollars. The average salary of a certified business analyst is $108,000. The 3 best industries for higher salaries are energy and utilities, $119,000, consulting, $113,000, government, $98,000. So the government is actually one of the employers that hire a lot of business analysts and pay them really well in Canada. Chris, I believe, is the one who has engineering experience working in oil and gas. So you can leverage your energy experience, like I shared earlier, to work within the energy industry as a business analyst. In the UK, the average salary is £56,000. For the certified business analyst, it is £62,000. Top 2 industries that for higher salaries in for business analysts in the UK: banking, finance, insurance, £58,000, and consulting, £66,000. In Australia, average salary is 127,000 Australian dollars, and the average certified business analyst salary is 139 Australian dollars. Top 2 industries for best salaries in Australia: banking, finance, insurance, $139,000, and transportation, $130,000. We don't have salary figures for Nigeria, but we have the top 3 industries where BAs work in Nigeria: banking, finance, insurance, energy and utilities, consulting and professional services. And from my experience working in Nigeria, starting out my business analysis career in Nigeria, it still remains the same. Those are really the industries that hire lots of business analysts. So there's a huge huge growth in the financial technology, fintech companies, banking, insurance. They would always hire business analysts. Energy and utilities companies, oil and gas companies, and servicing companies, as well as consulting and professional services companies would always hire business analysts. So, so that's some salary statistics in terms of business analysts. And yeah, so that's for some business analyst roles. Now, I know that a lot of us here are, looking at how we can leverage our business analysis knowledge. Well, I'm very certain that you can leverage your experience and skills. So let me know in the chat if this is you, right? You're always looking at business analysis jobs descriptions and scared, wondering if you can do it. You've researched BA salaries, wondering how you can be well paid, wondering how you can perform business analysis activities because you feel you lack the relevant experience. You don't think you have the knowledge of the relevant tools to become a BA. You've been following business analysts on LinkedIn, wondering if you can be like them. Probably attended a boot camp or training that you felt to become a business analyst after 4 days. You are applying with your current resume, but no calls. You bought a lot of Udemy courses, spent hours on YouTube. You're tired of applying with your current resume, no interviews, no calls, or maybe you got some interviews, but no offers. Or you have no practical experience using business analysis tools and techniques, working in a job you hate, but you must go to that job anyways to pay the bills. You feel you can you provide more value and you can get better compensation. Or you're trying to network online, but not getting replies, not sure how to use LinkedIn correctly, have a LinkedIn profile, not getting recruiters reach out to you. In fact, as we're just in this meeting right now, I just had a recruiter reach out to me for a business analyst opportunity. Sadly, I can't share my screen. I would love to share a screenshot, with you all. But yeah, I'm not looking for business analysis roles, but I keep getting business analysis opportunities. I'll share that screenshot with you guys. So amazing how we can find opportunities everywhere as business analysts. You're scared to reach out to people for referrals. You don't know if you would even do well in the job, or you feel you need a bachelor's in computer science or some tech degree, and you're hoping and praying for a career change. You also want to change your life. You want to live a more fulfilled life because you know you truly deserve it. You're a hard worker and you're just tired of your current work situation because there's no path to visible progress or increase in your package. Or you feel like there's just an invisible ceiling on the amount of money you can make in your job, which you just can't seem to crack. But the real problem is that you don't know you are the treasure chest of your wealth with your skills and experience. Yes, people with the same skills and experience that you have, are earning 6 figures with that. Here's one of our students who sent me this job offer she received of 105,000 Canadian dollars, a remote role, leveraging her supply chain experience. She got her first job offer 3 days after got a second job offer. So amazing. Right? When you understand the role of a BA within an organization, you're able to map out and tie your skills to what companies are looking for. The top 3 roles that we carry out as a business analyst are improving customer experience, growing sales and revenue, build relationship and trust, differentiate the business or get a competitive edge. This is what we do. So you must be able to tie what you do to this. You must. That's how you're going to be able to excel in making that career transition. So for those people who are saying, how can I do it with this experience? How can I do it with this experience? That's what we're talking about. How do they help the company to improve customer experience, grow sales and revenue, build trust and relationship with your stakeholders, differentiate the business and get a competitive edge? How were you able to do this? As a business analyst, we work on different levels like product, process, strategic level, project level. We do all of that. So identify what levels have you worked on as a business analyst. How did you enable change by defining needs and recommending solutions, collecting and synthesizing and analyzing information, evaluating and improving business processes, developing and recommending solutions, developing and implementing solutions, addressing strategic change to be competitive? So, are you learning and taking notes? Tell me in the chat what has stuck with you so far. And can you see the data and the facts that there is an opportunity for you? Do you see any requirement to write code or to be technical? No. There's nothing like that at all. You have to learn how to unlock your own potential as a business analyst. because you'll be able to attract job opportunities. You'll be confident in your knowledge and your skills, and you really have complete control over the kind of jobs that you do. And of course, that invisible glass ceiling will be removed, because now you know that you can keep earning more and more as a business analyst. Here's one of our our students who said she started using the tips and techniques that we taught for business analysis, and she was able to update her LinkedIn after completing her training and started getting lots of messages about opportunities. She said she's drowning in a sea of interviews because she kept getting multiple interviews day in, day out. And of course, she landed those 2 job offers that I shared with you all. So why do I speak very boldly about business analysis? Why am I so confident about this career path? It's because it changed my own life. As you know, my name is Eno Eka, that I shared with you earlier, and I am a consultant and a coach. I help professionals like you grow their career to 6 figures in business analysis. I am a former accountant turned business analyst, and I've been able to use business analysis skills to earn over $100,000 and make over $250,000 as a consultant. And I specialize in helping professionals like you use their existing skills and experience. So the skills and experience that you already have right now, I help you leverage that to move into business analysis. And also, I've worked with the University of Manitoba to develop content, and as a course instructor, director of education at the IABA Calgary chapter. And I lead my company, Any Consulting Incorporated, a consulting company, and I am the founder of the Business Analysis School. I'm an award-winning career coach and speaker, recognized for helping more than 50,000 professionals around the world kickstart their professional careers. I have created a lot of mentorship and coaching programs that you can also use. I've supported a lot of immigrants as well in Canada, as I am an immigrant to Canada. Received a lot of media features for the work that I do within business analysis. I volunteer with a lot of nonprofits to support people with getting back into their careers. I've won multiple awards for the work that I do as a business analyst as well, multiple awards over the last couple of years here in Canada and outside of Canada. Okay, so I have multiple certifications. However, these certifications only tie towards the experience that I have. So getting certifications is great, but you need to have the experience. Companies do not hire you just for certifications. You have to have the experience that is required. And my journey into tech started years ago when I was bored with my accounting career, and I wanted to be more involved in solving business problems. So I found the business analysis career, and my life changed forever. So someone was saying, how do I leverage my careers as an accountant? What are the things that I can put on my resume? What are the things that I can showcase to actually show that I do have some experience that can translate to business analysis? And these are some of mine, and you have to think about yours. And if you're not able to do that, then definitely get started with any of our programs, even if it's just any of our master classes, because I teach you how to do this. Some things I did was implementing Sage Peachtree, which is an accounting solution that we're using at my company. So implementing that Sage Peachtree, working with the team to implement it from scratch was part of the activities that I did, and I leveraged that knowledge and experience of implementing a software. Okay, automation of invoicing, vendor assessment and bidding process improvement, implementing a HR solution for payroll, improving staff leave application process, office relocation project, hiring and onboarding process improvement, staff training. These are some of the activities that I carried out as an accountant. So what are you carrying out within your role? What activities are you carrying out? What projects are you involved in that you can leverage? What processes have you improved that you can leverage? What products have you been involved in developing or improving? So you have to outline all of that and see how you can use that experience. Because I was able to use business analysis to change my life from working in a job that I wasn't fulfilled in, didn't love, didn't enjoy, to moving into business analysis and finding fulfillment in this career and being named as one of the 8 women to watch in 2021 by IIBA, which is the International Institute of Business Analysis. When I arrived in Canada, I did have my own struggle. So if you're an immigrant, you probably, are facing those initial challenges. So I get that. I lost my bags when I moved to Canada, started from this, small room in this shared house. And I got lots of rejection. So I know what it's like to get rejected because you don't have local Canadian experience, or they just tell you that there's somebody better than you. And I did have those initial challenges, but I was making mistakes along the way. So I had to find the help and support. I had to go back to the drawing board and see, what am I doing wrong? And how can I improve on this so that I can start landing opportunities in different parts of the world? When I came into Canada and then I started getting all those rejections, I had to go back to the drawing board, redo my LinkedIn, redo my resume, and also learn more things, get more trainings, look at the job descriptions. What are the things that I don't have? If I was rejected from a role because they found someone better than me, what does that person have? What are the things that were required in that role? And I start to look at how I can get those skills as immediately as possible. So I started learning opportunities from different parts of the world when I implemented that as well. And I've used that same skill to start to teach people and show people how you can do it. And that's what I'm telling you today, that it is possible for you. So using that experience and skills and supporting other people, I've received multiple awards and recognitions for the work that I do in terms of awards, and also getting to, to be invited to speak on TV, receiving a lot of press as well, for the work that I do in supporting professionals in getting started in business analysis, speaking at events and conferences about how to get into the business analysis career, with everything that I'm teaching you today, getting featured as well. So yes, you can take your experience and leverage that. I use my experience as an accountant to become a global thought leader in business analysis, and now speaking all over the world as a business analyst and sharing my knowledge to the world. So you can do the same, right? You can definitely do the same with the experience and skills you have working on projects, as well within North America. My project was nominated as a project of the year. And remember how it started for me, but this is how it's going. So how is it going to be going for you in 2023? How you are today, your life today can completely turn around. And I've seen it happen for so many people, not just myself, but so many people within, this business analysis career. I went from not having local business analysis experience to winning multiple awards within business analysis. And business analysis career definitely opened up my finances, being able to earn over $100,000. I bought my dream car, my dream house, you've been able to travel around the world, work remotely. Business analysis definitely changed my life, and I've been helping others to do the same. Here's Susan. She's a lead business analyst in healthcare, got 4 job offers in 6 months in government and banking industry. Akugbe was a business analyst from education, working in the education space now, from the banking industry. Oyi used her entrepreneurship experience in e-commerce to land a job as an e-commerce business specialist, and is now a Scrum Master at a bank. So you can leverage your own experience. You can leverage the experience that you have. Without a doubt, I know that you can. You can earn 6 figures. You can attract global opportunities with the skills you have. So there are 7 steps to earning $100,000 in 90 days that I teach everyone that I've used as well. And I'm going to share that with you in a bit. And the first step is the mindset. You need to have the right mindset. Know that whatever you set your mind to, you can achieve. Audit your journey, understand your value, build your confidence and your self-belief, have the right tools to help you stay optimistic, and understand that you are a solution provider. Here's Florence, who got an offer as a manager at TD Bank after she finished her program at the Business Analysis School. Here's also one of our students, Ege, who got 3 job offers, and she was confused, multiple offers, and she was reaching out to ask for advice on which of the offers, she should go for. Omar is a business analysis school alumni who is now a director with one of the government agencies in Alberta in just 2 years. You can leverage your experience. Be confident in your existing experience, both your past experience, your present experience. Job titles do not matter. Your experience is valid. You need to understand how to leverage that experience that you have to get you to where you want to be. Don't discount your experience because you didn't hold the title of business analyst. Understand the role of a business analyst in the organization. Understand the value that they bring and showcase your own value. So who here believes that job titles don't matter? Your experience is valid. Put that in the chat if you believe that your experience is valid. I use my experience working in Nigeria at not even multinational companies, but using my experience as an accountant, far back as 10 years ago, still using that same experience. I'm not going to discount it. It is my experience, it's my journey. But what I have learned and what I know I can use it to help companies in the US, in Canada, in the UK, anywhere in the world. I told you guys about that engineer who was able to get the cybersecurity business analyst role, where this is where she was sharing when she joined the program, and 22 days after, she landed the offer, got the cybersecurity business analyst role in just 6 weeks of arriving in Canada. And in about 3 weeks of joining the business analysis school, she got that job. Here's another mom who was a stay-at-home mom for about 3 years, and she stopped working because she had to stay at home to take care of her kids, because she had 3 kids within 4 years or so. And she was able to land a product manager job with a company in the US within 45 days of joining the business analysis school program. Here's one of our students who negotiated a $110,000 role as a AML business analyst, right? So AML is anti-money laundering business analyst. So that was her experience from back home. Ochuko used her banking experience to land 3 job offers in the financial services industry. She got a senior BA role, and she's now a product manager. So you can leverage the knowledge that you have. Everything that you have inside of here makes you, Fumi, more knowledgeable than Chris, right? Makes Alert more knowledgeable than me, because of the knowledge that she has. The knowledge you've gained from your education, your courses, your books, your webinars, your podcasts that you have absorbed all through the years, your work experience, all of that is valid. So leverage the knowledge that you have, right? I think it was it Amede or someone was talking about the agro business. We have a student who works with that agricultural company right here in Calgary, right? Because agri-tech is now, agri-tech is so big right now. A lot of countries are funding agro-tech businesses that use technology to increase their farming outputs, right? Farming now has gone way beyond the tractors that we used to use in those days and all those farming tools. Farming has gone way beyond that. There's a lot of technology inside agriculture. How can you take that knowledge that you have about an industry or a tool or a software, like Arlette has done? You're knowledgeable about something more than everybody else, and that makes you a subject matter expert. So improve your knowledge by learning business analysis frameworks, techniques, tools, and make that the icing on the cake. Your knowledge, your skills, and your experience are the real deal. When you make a cake, when you bake it, that's the cake already. The frosting and the icing and all of those decorations and colors, that's just the icing. For me, I love like the raw cake. I'm not a fan of all the sugar, but when you coat it up and you put that design, is so beautiful. That's what it is. The core of you, that's the skills, the knowledge, your experience. And then when you take on the business analysis frameworks, tools, experiences, terminologies, and all of that, and put that on it, that showcases you as the go-to expert. That yes, she has experience in, she has experience in retail, she has experience in banking, she has experience in oil and gas, and she has business analysis skills. So she is perfect for this role. That's how companies will see you. These are students use her logistics and supply chain experience to land this job offer, multiple job offers that she has gotten. This student here was also an engineer in oil and gas. She worked with Schlumberger in Nigeria, and she landed 4 job opportunities within 4 months of arriving in Canada. First was a US startup software development company. Next was a utility company, another utility company, and then a software and manufacturing company. Because she had a process engineering background, she was able to leverage that knowledge and experience to tap into these industries to land job offers. Oyema was an accounting assistant, now a senior business analyst in a telecoms company. Obi here went from banking to senior business analyst in one of the big 4 consulting companies. So you can leverage your skill, the skills that you have, that you use at work today, that you use to bring value to work. You can leverage those skills. You need to understand the difference between the hard and the soft skills. Know your transferable skills, do a SWOT analysis, know your strengths and your weaknesses, learn new skills to set you apart, and keep learning all the required skills for your target roles. And these are just some of our students sharing when they land their job offers. Michelle was in Ghana, still in Ghana actually, and she got a role as a product manager in the UK and 2 other offers using the skills that she learned from the business analysis school, but also the skills she got working as an event manager in the event management industry. So don't discount any experience. Egosa got 4 job offers working at Alberta Energy Regulator, Government of Alberta, Citibank. So you can leverage any experience that you have. Oyinda right here it works in the Bank of Canada as a chief business analyst using experience and skills in accounting and finance, right? She had all the CPA, CGA, ACCA, and all of that, but she was struggling to find a role that would meet her needs and leverage the experience she had in finance. Well, she got a job with the Bank of Canada as chief business analyst. So what are some soft skills that are required of you as a business analyst? Communication skills, problem solving, listening, stakeholder engagement, critical thinking, adaptability, relationship building skills, organizational skills, decision making, emotional intelligence, influencing skills, expectations management, negotiation skills, leadership, storytelling. These are soft skills. The top 3 are communication, problem solving, and listening. And then, of course, followed by stakeholder engagement. So these are core skills that you need to have. The hard skills you also need to have: problem solving, communication skills, business knowledge, facilitation, agile mindset, creative thinking, systems thinking, decision making, conceptual thinking, organization and time management, leadership and influencing, negotiation and conflict resolution, visual thinking. These are all hard skills, that are required of the business analyst. The top 3 are problem solving, communication skills, business knowledge. No matter how many tools you know how to use, if you don't have this core skill, you will struggle to land a role. And even if you do land a role, you'll struggle to excel and perform those duties, because these are the things that help you to work well as a business. And you need to be analytical thinking and problem solving. Lots of things will come to you every day. Requirements come to you as a BA every day. You have to learn how to use, like the core concept model, for example, solve problems, communicate with your stakeholders, and use your business knowledge to find ways to solve business problems creatively. The top 10 skills of 2025, I like to always share this with you all as we're approaching this period where the World Economic Forum shared 10 skills that would be relevant in 2025. The top 10 skills of 2025: analytical thinking and innovation, active learning and learning strategies, complex problem solving, critical thinking and analysis, creativity, originality and initiative, leadership and social influence, technology use, monitoring and control, technology design and programming, resilience, stress tolerance and flexibility, reasoning, problem solving, and ideation. These are top 10 skills that the World Economic Forum says are the skills of 2025. And if you are already practicing business analysis, you agree with me that you already have all of these skills, because these skills have been grouped into 4: problem solving, self-management, working with people, technology use and development. So these are the key skills for 2025. And it's not so far away. But with the business analysis knowledge and skills, that means that no matter what jobs are going to be the in thing at that time, because you already have the business analysis skills and knowledge, you're already prepared for the future of work. And then I also recommend getting the skills of Agile as well, because a lot of companies are adapting to Agile, right? The adoption as at 2021 was 76%. In terms of practicing Agile approaches within business analysis. So I highly, highly recommend that you learn the Agile approaches, the most common one being the Scrum, which is what we teach within the business analysis school. We teach you Scrum as well. We look at all of them, but we focus on Scrum because that is the most popular that is being used. And then your certifications. You need to know what certifications the companies are looking out for with new hires. Get the ones that have the most demand. Certifications will help you to validate your skills and experience. You can't use certifications to land jobs. It validates your skills and experience. So you need to have the skills and experience, then you get the certification. So it's not the first step in the journey. It's basically the 4th step in the journey. When you have the certifications, you're now seen as an expert because it is in addition to your experience. You become globally sought after and you have a better understanding of the job. Here is Fumi. He used his aviation experience to move into energy sector and now agricultural sector as a business analyst. Chichi moved from nursing to working in the media and the healthcare industries as a Scrum Master or an Agile coach. Here's where she was sharing how she went from being a nurse, earning $28 per hour, to earning 6 figures as a business analyst. as a Scrum Master, right? So you can leverage any experience. In terms of business analyst certifications, there are 3 core certifications for business analysts. We have the entry level, capability level, and the professional level, 3 levels. And these levels really just depend on your experience. The ECBA is for people who have 0 to 1 year of experience. If you have 0 to 1 year of experience, and I believe someone asked that question earlier. So if you're a fresh graduate and you don't have a lot of experience, just 0 to 1 year of core work experience, then you could take the ECBA certification. For professionals who have 2 to 3 years of experience, you can take the CCBA. And if you have more than 5 years of experience, 5 years or more, you can take the CBAP certification. So that is certification for you. So if you're curious about getting certified as a business analyst, this helps you know which ones you would be eligible for. For someone like you, Alert, you can definitely take the CBAP certification. And for those of you who have 5+ years, you can take the CBAP certification after getting the right training for the certification. And within the school, we help you with your application process so that you're able to get approved to take the exam, because there's an application and approval process to actually take the exam. So you can't just, the ECBA, you can because you don't really need experience for that. But for the CCBA and the CBAP, you need to go through the application and approval process. And we help our students with getting that and getting certified. So the average certified BA ends way higher than the BAs who are not certified. So definitely to be able to increase your salary potential, your earning potential, to be able to land higher paying jobs, get promotions, you definitely want to look into getting certified, because as you can see from past history, BAs who are certified earn way more than BAs who are not certified. Getting mentorship and coaching, this is a shortcut and an easier way to do it. Learn from someone who has done it, learn from their experience. They've already made the mistakes that you would have made. You save so much time, and this is priceless. Here's some of our students sharing, that they've landed, offers. This is Shola, this is Leke, who are working as business analysts in financial services, in healthcare. This is one of our students as well who landed 2 job offers. This is one of our students as well, Okwe, who was able to use his experience working in medical sector. He was a doctor before, and then he went into sales. And then now he's a business analyst and Scrum Master. So you can use any experience. He went from being in the medical sales all the way into working with a media technology company as a business analyst. Here's one of the messages we got from one of our recruiting partners who got an update, sharing an update on our BAs that we sent to them, and they said they were proceeding at 100K, setting up interviews. They are a walking testament of your training. They're good, great job. So when you go to the business analysis school, you definitely get the training that's required to help you become confident and to land that job, or those jobs, right? Getting that continuous improvement and community. You never stop learning as a BA. You keep learning new things. The field is very dynamic. There's new trends, technologies, tools, methodologies that you need to learn. There's something new to learn, and that's the beauty of this path. You can't get bored, as there's so many perspectives to the field of business analysis. Being a part of a community learning, this was our summer hangout this year with a couple of our BAs in different locations. And basically learning together, being a part of that community helps you to keep growing and improving yourself. Here's Yesterday. She is now working as a business analyst in Manitoba. Here's some of our students sharing the roles that they're getting, offers that they're getting. Here's one of our students who bought a house in Calgary after 1 month of moving to Calgary, working with Deloitte as a business analyst. Josephine used her construction industry experience to get her first BA job with the Bank of Canada after working with me and learning business analysis. She did this during the COVID pandemic as well. And guess what? She didn't throw away her construction experience. Why? Because working with the Bank of Canada doesn't mean she's working on banking solutions. So the Bank of Canada has multiple departments. And that's something you need to understand, is that when you see somebody says, oh, I work at a bank, I work at Microsoft, I work at Google, they can be doing anything. She worked within facilities management. So she's still taking her construction knowledge experience because the banks has facilities, they have buildings, right? They have, they have assets that they need to manage. So you can leverage any experience that you have, right? Here's one of our students who landed in Canada, and within 2 weeks, she got multiple job offers. She got 3 job offers with CGI, RBC, Zafin, 3 job offers within 2 weeks. And then she got a 4th job offer again, right? So if you're looking to move or relocate, I highly recommend that you start the process before you do. Because like she said, she already got her CBAP and her Scrum product owner before she came into Canada. So this was before she arrived in May, and then she arrived in June. And as at, 3 weeks after, she got 4 job offers. So if you're looking to relocate, it's so important. Here's Ibrahim too as well, who relocated to the US. And he said, I transitioned to business intelligence as an added role, working as an internal controller in Nigeria. After migrating to the UK, I started to do trainings and certification as a BA. And I'm still a student of business analysis school. And it's been a value-adding experience thanks to Eno. I leveraged on my internal control and audit experience to land a BA job. And I'm a student of business analysis school. I got a role as a system analyst here in the UK. So it's really important that you learn how to leverage your experience, and you don't just jump in and think, I can just say I'm a business analyst. What experience are you bringing? Companies will only hire you for the value you're going to bring to them. So how do you leverage your experience? Well, if you are interested in doing that, we have coaching programs in the business analysis school that you can get started in. And the program are guaranteed to help you move from where you are to where you want to be within 90 days. And how do we do that? Through a learning process, right? We have modules that you go through, live classes, we have online on-demand classes, you have assignments to do, you have, projects to work on, and we have coaching that's provided to you for your resume, your LinkedIn profile, interview questions. So all of those questions you're asking, how do I answer an interview question? How would I really get my resume done to meet those needs? Well, those are the things that we do within the coaching programs. So the accelerator program, highly recommend this program, for those who are interested in fully moving into business analysis roles with all the knowledge and skills that they need, because it covers certification, it covers the practical training and knowledge, and it also covers the career coaching, which is very, very important. So it's a 90-day program, it's 4 weeks. And within those 4 weeks, this 12 weeks, you have 4 weeks of intensive online classes daily. And then within 8 weeks, you have to complete your certification and complete your career coaching as well, which we also have daily. Right, we have classes in the evenings, Monday to Friday, 6 p.m. MST, Sunday, 10 and 2 p.m. MST, Saturday, 10 and 2 p.m., Sundays, 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. MST currently. So we have these classes, and they have an online course as well with training videos, quizzes, assessments. And we also have a professional community of business analysts just like you. We have live coaching sessions held on Zoom just like this with recorded classes, and you have a web and mobile app where you can go back to your learning and rewatch those classes. Classes are uploaded into your course portal for you for your private access. You can stay up to date with classes through the class schedule mobile app. You submit your assignments, get feedback via email, and we support you daily with resume review, LinkedIn review, interview prep sessions to help you land those job offers. We have practical training to learn the tools and the techniques and how to use them. Study on the go with our mobile app, exclusive access to job postings from our recruiter network. And also you get access to those, to the course and to the videos as well inside your portal, so you can access it anytime. So if you think, I don't have experience, well, when you work on the project, the capstone project that we do within the program, you can use that experience on your resume as a consultant with our company. So you can use that as your recent experience. So these are the things that we give our students to help them to excel. And that's why we have, all of the students landing opportunities here and there. And these are some of the, topics that we cover within the program, from the certification topics within the BABOK, and also to practical things like Jira, Excel, SQL, BPMN, project management, software development, Excel, SQL, Tableau, prototyping, BPMN, all of those technical and tools and techniques. We cover that as well in addition to the business analysis knowledge. And then there are lots of bonuses that we give in terms of cheat sheets, workbooks, worksheets as well, project management, business analysis templates and toolkits that you can use at work. So you don't have to ever create documentation from scratch. We give you documentation that you just need to pre-fill, resume templates, interview guides, question and answer booklets, everything that you need to prepare you for that career you're moving into. So you're not doing anything by yourself. It's all been really done for you. You get certificates and badges. You get 115 PDUs with the accelerator program. And you're prepared for the certifications. As you can see, some of our students sharing their certifications once they receive their CBAP certification. And you get access to this course library. This is what it looks like. And inside of the course library, you have access to the courses that we have. We have practical training course. We have the accelerator course. And inside of each of these courses, we have different modules. For example, this module is where you have all the worksheets and guides for business analysis, project management, where you can basically download all of these templates that you need to use to excel within your own career. So yeah, these are modules within the programs, and that's what it looks like inside your own course portal when you join the program. You get access to live training held on Zoom with myself and other coaches within the program. We have classes every day held on Zoom just like this to support you through your journey. So you have a class to plug into, and you have a learning process. So it's not like you're just by yourself. And you also have your teammates as well. We've seen our students come together, form study groups together and study together, which helps those people who like study groups too as well. So the accelerator program is typically $2,997, right? But however, because we have this Christmas discount, you actually get access to a Christmas discount offer, right? You get access to a Christmas discount offer. So typically this program is $2,997. However, for Christmas, we're giving 40% off the accelerator program. You get 40% off the accelerator program this Christmas. And when you pay in full, you still get your Scrum Master and Six Sigma certification costs covered, inclusive inside the program. Okay. And then also, we have our thought leadership program. So the thought leadership program gives you everything inside the accelerator program. However, this gives you access to more learning, and we have extra courses inside your course portal for you. And then you also have access to live mastermind sessions with myself, and you have access to a private inner Slack channel, Inner Circle with me. So because you have more learning and courses, you have 24 weeks to complete the program, and you still have access to your courses still afterwards. You still get to enjoy all the benefits of the accelerator program, from the live classes to the practical training. You still get all of that. You get 1 year access to the mastermind, the coaching session from coaches from around the world, and myself. You get access to our annual leadership conference that happens towards the end of every year. We just concluded the one last month. You get in-demand coaching, and from different trainers, different consultants from different backgrounds. You still get access to that online course, and you still get access to all of the coaching. And so it's higher than the business analysis, the accelerator program, because you get more learning, and you have that access to me to support you and guide you, and to other consultants within the business analysis school. So you get all of those learnings, all the bonuses, but inclusive. You get the Scrum Master for free, Six Sigma Green Belt, IIBA product ownership analysis training, IIBA agile certification training, coaching sessions from different coaches around the world, mastermind sessions, and 1 year access to my Inner Circle on Slack. You also get certificate and badges too as well. You get access to the live mastermind sessions and our annual thought leadership conference, right? So, this is what you benefit from being in the thought leadership program. This is what you benefit from being in the thought leadership program. Okay, so the thought leadership program as well is 40% off today. It's 40% off today, and it ends on Tuesday. So you can take advantage of this right now and get access to the thought leadership program right away. You get access right away, and you can get started with us in January because we have basically just one day till the classes are over and the school closes next week. But our classes for next year for the accelerator program and the thought leadership program start January 7th. So you get in now and you can secure your spot in class. You can secure your spot in class to get access to all the programs, whether it's the accelerator or the thought leadership, for 40% off. So again, let me recount the discounts that have been offered for Christmas. So for the accelerator program is typically $2,997. However, for Christmas, you get 40% off for participants today who are interested. And this ends on Tuesday. So don't miss the opportunity. You still get the Scrum Master and Six Sigma scholarship in full, and that's saving you $1,000 already. And you still get that in addition to the savings you get. So you're going to pay $1,798.20, and you still get 2 certification bonuses. The thought leadership program, like I shared with you earlier, it is $4,997. Okay, this was our thought leadership conference that we had this year with all of our amazing guest speakers and keynote speakers from around the world. So you still get access to, a global community of business analysts from around the world. As you can see, it's $4,997. However, you can get 40% off and just pay $2,998.20 today. And this ends on Tuesday. Here's Michael. He's based in the UK as a business analyst and works at Cognizant. He landed this offer after joining the business analysis school. Mofaro, she is a consultant and runs her own practice, and she is a member of the business analysis school in our thought leadership program. Vivian landed 6 job offers in 6 months of moving to Canada, worked in engineering and now in fintech. Azizat is worked from, in HR for a long time and now works with a fashion company as a business process analyst. You can work anywhere as a business analyst, really. Here's Efe, who, after joining our business analysis program from Nigeria, she moved to the US, and in 6 months, she landed a job offer from Shell, and she was an entrepreneur in Nigeria. So would love to work with you closely. And, like these amazing people in our coaching programs, we highly encourage you to take advantage of the Christmas sale. We never do this, but this is one-time opportunity for you to, save over 40%, this Christmas period. We do have some funding options for those who are interested, but funding options would only be available by next year in January. But you have to pay in full if you're doing the funding options. Wimby microlending is for immigrants. So if you're an immigrant in Canada, you can get a micro loan for your education, and you pay back within 5 years. And they have a Christmas promotion as well. So if you're interested in the Windmill Education Micro Lending Education Fund, you can take advantage of that. Wise Bank also offers Lend Now, Pay Later for students in US and Canada. They have 3 to 12 months payment plans as well. We don't have discounts on funding plans because those take longer to be the funding to be approved. Monzo Flex is in the UK. You can also get 3 to 12 month payment plans with Monzo Flex. Clump payments is for 4 month payment plans, but Clump has a limit of 500,000 Naira for their offers. We also have certification practical classes and online self-paced courses that are discounted this Christmas that are 30% off. So our certification prep course, for example, which is focused on preparing, business analysts to kickstart their careers with the certifications. So if you want to get your ECBA, your CCBA, or your CBAP, you can leverage the certification prep course. But this means that you already have the right number of years of experience to take the certification. And what we focus on are the knowledge areas, the competencies, and the techniques for you to pass the certification. You also have access to online course portal of, videos, quizzes, practice questions, books, and all of that. We have classes starting in January. North America classes start also in January. It's typically $997. However, you can get 30% off and pay $697 today. For our classes in the Africa, Middle East, Europe region, It's typically $297. You can get 30% off and pay $207. This is basically just a discount that would end on Tuesday for Christmas. Okay, and if you wanted to pay in Naira, you can as well. So for those who joined us in Nigeria, if you wanted to get started with us in January in our certification class, that is a discounted fee of $155,000. Sorry, Naira. You can pay that as well. And then practical training course. So we have a practical training course for people who, and this course is really for people who have probably gotten certification, but don't have the practical knowledge of business analysis tools. We have a class, in that is, in that Africa region for a lot of these people. And it's a 4-week class that, covers some practical business analysis tools, getting some hands-on experience as well. So we cover software development, project management, BPMN, SQL, prototyping, business analysis documentation, use case, user stories, agile, scrum. All of that is covered within that program. It's typically $497, but you get 30% off too as well. So you can pay $347.90, and there's a Naira payment of $260.925. So that's 30% off your the original fee, the painful fee. And then you can also bundle the certification and the practical course as well. If you wanted to do that, basically you get 2 months of classes, 1 month of certification training, and another month of practical training, which is great for people who are in the Africa region, Europe or Middle East, as the classes are held within that time on weekends, Saturdays and Sundays. So you can get 30% off. Instead of paying $700, you can pay $490, and you can also make that payment as well in Naira. Okay, so that's what you get for bundling the two together. And then we have the Business Analyst Foundation course, which is basically an online course. It's not a class that is taught by a lecturer. It's basically 15 hours of pre-recorded content on business analysis and project management. So it's self-paced online course, videos, assessments, and downloadable PDFs and a quiz. And it's for anyone getting started, wanted to get that foundational knowledge of business analysis. It's typically $97, and you can pay $67.90, 30% off that course too as well. And then we have other on-demand online courses like our Strategic Business Analysis Masterclass, our Business Analysis Masterclass, 3 Ps of Business Analysis, Practical Project Management, and Business Analysis. And these are all 3-hour classes, on-demand online courses that you can take advantage of. Also, they are also 30% off. And then we also have our certification courses in Six Sigma, Scrum, Green Belt, Black Belt, Scrum Master, Product Owner, Agile Master. All of these certifications are 30% off, and they come with the exam. So not just the online course, but also you get the certification exam inclusive. They're all 30% off. You can pay in USD or Naira, as the case may be. All is available on our Christmas sales page, which the link is shared with you in the chat. The coaching programs you get more off, which is 40% off. And I highly recommend the coaching programs because it includes everything else that you can get independently in this other, courses. It includes certification, it includes practical training and tools, it includes career coaching. And of course, we have that community there, and you have that access to the online course portal. You get lots of bonuses, as well as those worksheets and PDF and cheat sheets, all of that, 12 whole modules of, videos, quizzes, assessments. There's so much more to gain by being in that coaching program and actually having help and guidance from myself and a team of coaches. We have a team of coaches in the Business Analysis School, and you have someone to help you. We have coaches in the Nigeria region. We have coaches in North America that are supporting our students as well. So you're never alone. You're never lost at any point in time. The faculty of coaches have experience from all industries. They have all the industry certifications, also led by myself. So we are here to support you. Here's one of our students here, who got an offer as a business analyst. And, his goal wasn't just 6 figures, but he wanted to be fulfilled. And he said his goal was achieved. Tope was able to achieve his goal as a business analyst. So for those people joining us from Nigeria, we understand that you're unable to make dollar payments, and that's why we make the Naira payments available for you. These discounts will expire in the next, I believe, 96 hours, because it expires on Tuesday. So you have Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday to take advantage of this discounts. There will be no discounts after the Christmas promotion, as it has already been extended for those who are interested in it. So visit our website if you want to learn more about the programs. Take advantage of the discounts. You can also book a call with us through the website on the Business Analysis School as well. If you wanted to take any of our master classes, you definitely can do that. But I highly recommend that you take advantage of the Christmas promotion. So I'll answer any questions that you guys have. But I definitely want to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I love the Christmas season, and I'm looking forward to the Christmas celebrations, in the coming weeks, so I can just rest and relax, because it's been a very busy year. So I see some questions here, and I'll start answering those questions. I just graduated from Business Analysis School. I studied mass communication with BA. Which BA courses can I take? So in terms of what BA courses you can take, you just graduated, you can definitely take the certification course and the practical training. So you can take it as a bundle, Jane. That's something you're interested in. If you're looking to get more coaching, you can also get into the accelerator program. You catch this, I want to be a business analyst. I currently work as a computer technician and salesman. I intend joining my partner in the UK soon, hence why I want this skill to work. So Yekachi, you definitely want to get into the Business Analyst Accelerator program, as you can take advantage of the experience you have in technical sales to work as a technical business analyst. For example, if you understand some technical frameworks, if you also understand some technologies, being a technician, you are already technical because you already work with your hands and you understand the different components of computer systems. So you can actually work as a systems analyst. I highly recommend the Accelerator program. And then, if you wanted to also have a chat with us, we do also have WhatsApp line chat as well. You can also chat with us on WhatsApp if you wanted to ask more questions after the class. If you wanted to ask more questions after the class, you definitely can. What level of training will someone get to in your training? I don't understand what you mean, what level of training. I just shared all the different programs, so I hope that clarifies it for you. Akinula says, I'm grateful for this training. I'd love to join the next training. Absolutely. Get started right now, enrolling into any of the programs for Christmas. Rosie said, which of the IB certifications will I have to acquire to become certified and work as a BA? So Rosie and I have shared the 3 certifications with you, and I hope now, based on your experience, you have clarity on which one you can enroll into. Speak on SDLC. Well, the SDLC is a whole topic on its own, and that's a whole training in itself. So I can't deviate from that. But SDLC is basically the software development lifecycle, and it's basically how softwares are developed, right? From planning to the design to the development to the testing phase to the deployment and supporting those softwares. But if you wanted to, check out more on that, you can, search on Google or on YouTube, you'll find more explanations on that. If you wanted to learn that intensively, that is covered inside our programs. So he says, what is the difference between a certified BA and a BA that isn't certified? Okay, so I talked about the certification, and it's basically when you're certified, it means that you have passed the required certification exam. For example, the CBAP exam is a 3.5-hour exam that requires you to have 5 years plus of experience. And that means you have practiced business analysis for over 7,500 hours. And then you have also taken a certification prep class where you have learned about the frameworks and the knowledge areas in business analysis. You have read the business analysis book of knowledge, you understand how to practice business analysis, and then you take that exam that gives questions on different business scenarios that you're supposed to use analytical thinking to answer. So if you pass that exam, you're now certified. So that's the difference between a certified BA and a non-certified BA. Now, do certifications, are certifications what would get you the job? Well, it definitely gives you an edge for sure. When you're applying, if it's one of the requirements on the job, then you'll be preferred, you become a preferred candidate to be interviewed. Also, it gives you an idea of being able to take all the things you've done in your career without having any guide. You now have a guide with business analysis certification because you've studied the book of knowledge. You can communicate better. You know the tools, you know the terminologies. So the certification definitely helps you for sure. Do you need to be certified to become a business and to get a BA job? No. But however, you earn more because you're certified. You're seen as an expert. Companies value your experience better and your knowledge and the skills you're bringing to the table as a certified BA. So that's really the difference. But I definitely recommend, if there's a certification within your field, of course, get it. Why not? Sharon, would there be a link to rewatch? Well, it's being recorded. We'll see how we can share it out to everyone who joined. But it would definitely be maybe for just about 48 hours. So it's going to be for a limited time. Please, is there chances for a 52-year-old? Yes, if you're still able to work, why not? At 52, you shouldn't be too tired to work. And you definitely have gotten lots of experience throughout your career. So you can leverage your career experience for sure to work as a business analyst. So business analysis is not age, doesn't have any age restrictions or degree restrictions. Okay, as a fresh BA in the world with no experience, how do you go about getting a job that says words? When they say words like local experience, I don't understand your question. As a fresh BA in the world with no experience, how do you go about getting a job when they say? So local experience meant that experience within that country. So local experience was Canadian work experience, right? So if you're fresh, right, any experience that you're getting right now, you want to look at anything you've done, whether it's volunteer work, unpaid work, internships, that is still experience. So you can still leverage that. And I highly recommend that you find opportunities where you are right now, if that's what you're looking for as well. I think I've answered a lot of these questions about people who are looking for remote jobs abroad, so I'm not going to go through that again. Okay, I've answered Jane's questions. What if I can't finish the course in the time frame? Yes, so which of the courses, right? The courses are they're structured to go through a cohort of weeks. However, you have access to your online course portal, whereby you can always go back to your classes. If you miss the class, you can always watch the recording. You can always do the assignments and have it reviewed. You can also work on your projects. So we still give you that access to the learning through the course portal and access to the coaches too as well. So Aze says, which program would you recommend for beginners like me? When you say beginners, what do you mean like beginners? What kind of level? Do you mean like you've never worked at all? Or do you mean beginner as in getting into business analysis? Well, for anyone who's looking to get into business analysis, I recommend the coaching programs, whether the accelerator or the thought leadership. Right, that's what I recommend. However, if you wanted to get some knowledge into the basics and foundations, then we have some on-demand courses you can take as well. So yeah, our classes in Nigeria are held by our coaching team in Nigeria. The logistics and the the cost of running those courses are definitely different from running courses in dollars, right? So that's the difference. We have installment payment plans on our website. So that's the question about installments. We do have installment payment options on our website. However, we don't have installment payments on the discount. The discounts are only for one-time payments. But if you wanted to make an installment payment, you can do that on our website, businessschools.com. You can do that. Which course can I take as a customer relationship or sales manager? I recommend the Accelerator program for you. Someone is asking for the WhatsApp contacts. Please drop the access to the WhatsApp on the chat so that those who are interested can send WhatsApp messages. You can send a message to any of the people, the WhatsApp numbers on the screen, in the chat right now. You can send a message to any of the WhatsApp numbers. Okay, going through the questions here. So I'm an accountant by experience, by profession, 10 years of banking experience as a cash officer and marketer back in Nigeria. I just entered the UK last month, finding it difficult to get a job or fit into the system. But if I have BA certification, will it make life easy? My challenge is finance. So yeah, definitely look into the Accelerator program or the bundle program. For sure, Tobechuku, that's what I would recommend for you. Okay. All right. Okay, so I believe I have gone through the questions in the Q&A. If you have any other questions, I can answer them before we round off. Like I shared earlier, I would definitely recommend us with getting the coaching, because the coaching program gives you way more and you have access to that coaching experience that you need. However, there are other programs that you can take advantage of if you can't. I highly recommend you take advantage of the Christmas sale, because with the Christmas sale, you get 30 to 40% off any programs that you choose, and it ends on Tuesday. So you basically have 76 hours. So Ashley, yeah, so based off of our current schedule, we will be supporting assignments next week until Thursday, because we close on Friday. So if you have assignments you wanted to send them in right away, or as soon as possible, very early next week, so that we can answer all your assignments by next week. Okay, any other questions before we round up today? Thank you so much for joining this Q&A session, asking questions and also learning more about business analysis. There is definitely an opportunity for you to take advantage of your experience, leverage your experience, and of course, grow within the business analysis career. You're welcome, Kesia, you're welcome. You're so welcome. Yes, the Accelerator program is different from the bundle program. You can send us a WhatsApp message as well. You're welcome. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining this session. You are welcome. You're welcome. So for our Christmas discounts as well, we would send you an email with the links and the information to that, but I'll put the link in the chat too as well for those who are interested in taking advantage of it. I highly recommend that you do. You're welcome. Thank you, Aniebit. You're welcome. Oh, Stephen, I've gone through all of that. But if you click on the link I just shared right now, on that link, you will see the fees for all the programs at the Business Analysis School. And I'm so excited for next year because we're making a lot of changes to our courses and structure of our programs and all of that. So the earlier you get in, the better, because when we make those changes to our programs, the fees will increase next year. So this is such a fantastic way to take advantage of the program and everything that it has to offer you. So if you have questions, you can, if you click on the Christmas sales page, you will see an option to send us a WhatsApp chat or book a call with us. Remember, this ends on Tuesday by midnight. So don't miss that opportunity to take advantage of our Christmas sale. You're welcome, Chioma. Thank you for that feedback. Thank you. Thank you for the feedback. So don't miss the opportunity to take advantage of this. And thank you, everybody. I wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. You can always reach out to us. You can always reach out to us, support@business_analytics.school. Also, you can send us a chat on our website as well. And if you had any questions around what programs to enroll into on the on our Christmas page, you can also send us a chat there. So we will be available to chat with you. Merry Christmas, Rosie. Merry Christmas, Diana. Merry Christmas, Kasie. Merry Christmas, Fahid. Merry Christmas, everyone. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for joining us. I'll let you all enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Have a fantastic weekend and an amazing Christmas ahead. See you all next year, hopefully in class. Bye. Bye, everybody.